And this means that we live within our emotions, within this matrix, within this sphere that is entirely governed by what we just discussed, what I just said, the maximum benefit possible, and if it's at the expense of others, that's even better. And one who's greater than his friend, his inclination is greater than himself. And in that regard, we have degrees of the will to enjoy. Food, sex, family that relate to our body, and money, honor, power, knowledge that relate to a more inner part of us, but it's still all within this world, existing in the egoistic nature of every person. But there's another reality that we don't perceive because our senses are not attuned to it. Just like, say, my sense of hearing is not attuned to listening to hearing over 20 kilohertz, while there are other animals or devices that can interpret such wavelengths, like radio wavelengths or higher frequencies even. And similarly, there are colors that I can't perceive, flavors that I can't taste. So there's also something very interesting, that rather than our sense that feels only if it draws into itself and enjoys something, there is also another general sense that enjoys giving to others. That sense is called the sense of bestowal, of giving, of love. And in order to actualize it, I need not be inside of me, but rather integrate with someone outside of me. And when I integrate with the other, I take the other's desire and try to fulfill it. The other needs a pillow or a chair or something else, and I try to fulfill the other. And even if the other doesn't need that, I think of the other, wish for the other, wish the best for the other, not think about how to use the other, take advantage of the other, but on the contrary, bring contentment to the other, please the other. And if I try to reach that, and usually we do this by organizing a group and in mutual support, by studying it, we try to practice this. And these exercises we do draw a special illumination from that realm that I don't feel, which is the realm of giving and bestowal. If I want to resemble that force of giving, even though I still can't, then that force doesn't appear to me in a revealed manner, but rather it influences me in a concealed manner. That's why that world is called the hidden world of bestowal and giving and love. And the world that I discover in my existing senses is called the revealed world, this world. And so the exercises that we do in our groups, if we do them correctly, they draw the upper light, the light of bestowal, the light of love, from the area of love and bestowal, which we call the upper world. And it influences us if we make an effort, according to our effort. And it corrects us. And when it does, we feel that bit by bit by bit, we better understand, we better feel, we better find, basically, that this quality of bestowal does exist. It exists in its own right, and we can live in it, even though it's in contrast to what governs our world. It's literally opposite. As it says, it is a reversed world. But it is possible. And time after time we draw the light that reforms until it pulls us. And that pulling from within our egoistic framework to the next framework, which is altruistic, of bestowal and love, that transition is called Passover, or Exodus from the exile, from the rule of the ego, or Pharaoh, by the upper force that helps me move, pulls me out of the lower world to the upper world, from sensing reality through the egoistic senses only to sensing the world through the altruistic sense. And that transition is done by a special force called Moshe, which is from the word limshoch, to pull. And that's how I transition.